What's up, everybody? This is Rob Barrington here, and we are here for the finale of our weekly challenge with the robots. It is a match point challenge, and it is our 25th of all time against the robots. So lots of experience with these players and these opponents. And here I've gone a step too far. I actually started recording this or started talking before recording, so you've missed just the auction. And what we discussed in the auction, our right-hand opponent opened two hearts on this hand. And we were faced with this problem. What do we do over two hearts? Well, recognize that that King of Hearts in our hand is not really a great card. It's nice that there's shortness there, but that King of Hearts isn't a full 3-point holding, right? Because we're so unlikely to take this trick after they open two hearts. So the overcall at the 2 level usually is a 6-card suit anyway, but after a week 2 bid, anytime we bid after that as an overcaller, it is an opening hand or more, and that's equivalent to what we have here. I would say this is a tinge over a good 10 because that King of Hearts isn't totally worthless, but it certainly could be in a better situation. So now we're just playing 2 spades, and we're super happy when the dummy comes down. We're happy to be only in 2 spades, and left-hand opponent's leading a low club. So here we're going to see. We're not going to guess that. We know the ace of clubs is in the East player's hand, or at least it's so likely to be, even though now we're seeing the ace of hearts get cashed as well. But we know West isn't going to really lead away from aces, so we would expect, whoa, they can't have the ace. And they did lead away from the ace of clubs. Interesting. That we have to knock that off into the robot book. The robot is capable of leading low from aces. Interesting. Oh, you guys see what I did there? I under roughed. So look at this. I knew he was roughing too. Like he actually roughed, and I actually played not the 7 but the deuce of spades. So excuse me, guys. That was a little bit of a misclick. We will make sure that doesn't happen again. Here, my God. Oh, my goodness. What a terrible choice of plays that was. Well, we'll just hope these are dividing evenly now. They are not, but luckily the spade was offside. We're going to lose this one, guys. This is going to be a loss of a board because we're playing it 1 trick worse than the opponent. We're going to go down 1. My goodness. Simple, just not paying attention to what you're doing, which unfortunately will happen in these tournaments from time to time, as you've seen me do. So here we just donated to the robot. It's just a simple click of that mouse, which goes from making 2 to down 1. My goodness. Ugh. So yeah, guys, we should lose on this hand. Let's just go back. We should only have lost 2 clubs, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 spade. That should have been our losers of all time. Unfortunately, my actual just nonchalant use of the mouse cost us a board. That'll be a 0 for sure. We might be in some trouble here, folks. This is our wheelhouse, as we talked about, but the robot might have chances on this one. All right, take a look at this. So obviously too strong for 1 no trump in any realm, right? We have a solid 18, but even if we had 17, we would do the same thing. So here, make your bid now. 1 spade, 2 diamonds to you. So in normal circumstances, you would just bid 2 no trump, because one thing we have to recognize is that 2 diamond bid is game forcing, right? So we don't have to jump to show 18, 19 in these situations. I want to see what the robot thinks this is, though. Okay, so this might be the most descriptive bid for the robot. I do not recommend this in realistic play, though, because you're going against the whole reason you play 2 over 1 as a game forcing bid here. So here, I'm going to bid 3 no trump here. But in reality, in any other situation, I would just bid 2 no trump to show a balanced hand. I'm not committing myself to any values other than probably like 12 to 14 / 18, 19, right? Because we know what we would have done with 15s to 17s and 20s, right? We would open 1 or 2 no trump. So here, I'm going to bid 3 no. We're going to see if the robot does something. What's 4 clubs? Ooh, 4 clubs is just... All right, they're just showing a minor suit hand. We kind of like that. I'm going to show a diamond fit, or I hope I show a diamond fit. Key card for diamonds. There we go. We will bid 5 spades because we have 2 key cards with the queen of trump. Diamonds is trump. All right, let's play some 6 diamonds. We like that situation. I was just about to say we like this situation until dummy came down, but honestly, it's not that bad. we need diamonds to break. Or we need like ace small of diamonds to our left is actually pretty good as well. All right, so diamonds don't necessarily have to break, but if they're not breaking, we need ace small of diamonds to our left. Partner partner went a little weird on this one. I think over 3 no trump, partner can just bid 4 no trump. Whatever, we'll look at the results afterwards. Here, we just have to recognize we have a ton of winners on this one, right? We probably, we have to at some point get to unblocking, but we can't necessarily afford to do that just yet. Here I'm going to play a low diamond to the jack, and this is not the best scenario. And now, wow, that's terrible. That's terrible on multiple levels. Number one, we know diamonds aren't breaking now, right? Because watch what happens. They didn't ruff. I mean, if they didn't ruff and they have the ability to ruff, it's amazing. But here, I'm guessing that diamonds are not breaking. And there we have it, right? So now we have to play hearts, hearts, hearts. It's a weird board here. And now we'll try to cash a club. And they will ruff, but hopefully they just have a heart left at the end here. And at any point they were able to pitch whatever the heck they wanted at this point. So interesting disaster at the end there. Partner should not be committing us to the minor suits. That looked like a very shapely minor suit hand, which means we would have done very well against it. But here, not too much. Look at this. We scraped by. Even with that 0 on the penultimate board, we were still ahead 55%. And at the end, we would have been more towards 60 if we just gotten a normal result on the second to last one. Let's take a look at some of these specifically. But my gosh, I can't believe we won this one. This last board especially. Let's see what happened on this last one before we go forward. So the auction is weird. I think the 3 no trump bid was our downfall, to be honest. As interesting a bid I thought we were making, it was certainly one that caused the robot to go crazy. If we bid 2 no trump, maybe they just get to bail us out of this and be kind of normal. But here, they put us in 6 diamonds in a situation where I don't think we ever showed more than 3 diamonds, right? There's the description. Yeah, 2 to 3 diamonds. So weird choice by the robot. But to be honest, we had some play, right? We had some play on this one. We just needed a better location of the ace of diamonds or diamonds to be 3-3. And if they are, we're just golden. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case here. These boards here, let's take a look. Board 2, we got 100% on. In fact, hang on a second. Let me get the right results up here. All right, so here we go. Board 1, we kind of thought would be bad if they could find a place to play, and unfortunately at their table, look what they did. They found a place to play, and it was spades. So it went a diamond, 2 spades. Our partner made a nice negative double, and it went 3 spades, all pass, right? So interesting choice, and they get to go plus because they beat 3 spades, right? They beat it 1 trick, so they got a much better score because at our table we were just in 2 no trump, down 1. Right? As discussed, we were hoping that the other table got to something with our cards and went down 1, but as it turns out, the opponents got there ahead of us. Here, our 4 diamond contract was very normal, I thought, right? Because we chose to double. Watch what happened at their table, though. They just passed it out, and they let the opponents play 2 spades. And notice, we made 4 on this hand, guys. We took 10 tricks in our suit. If we let them play 2 spades, they're taking all the tricks from their side. So here, a little weird that they didn't jump in with their full opening hand as the south player there. Maybe a little skittish. This one, it didn't matter what we did. Once we went minus, folks, we were getting a 0. And as I said, you open this hand 100% of the time. Every time you have 3 quick tricks, you open the bidding. The only weird time you might not is if, let's say, you had this sort of hand with a singleton spade in 4th chair. Right? That's the only time you wouldn't do it. Any other spot, guys, this is an opening bid, right? First, second seat, every time. 3 quick tricks, you open the bidding. It might lead to minus 250 in a 2 no trump contract, once in a while, which it certainly did for me here. But unfortunately, you have to take the good with the bad, right? It's the right thing to do strategically, and that's why we do it. We chopped up board numbers 4. Let's see, did they have the same auction? Yeah, they had the same auction. The robots just doing the same thing at both tables. We were guessing, which we didn't really want to have to do, but I guess that's normal in robot world. They guessed well, and there they go. So 50 for us. This one here, we just played 1 no trump, or excuse me, we let them play 1 no trump, and they made 3, and we get 100%. 100% on this one because at the other table, they decided to get wacky with our hand. They doubled. They faced a redouble, North bid 2 hearts, and then it was just double town all the way up to 5 diamonds. So when we took action, we were getting punished on that board, and we were lucky not to have taken action with this hand. This was a chop. 1 no trump by the East, making 1 over, was great for us. And the reason why? We didn't go crazy with our good hand. Look at what they did. They bid 2 diamonds, disaster. Now they're stuck in 2 spades, going minus 200, when we just sat back and had perfect information defending 1 no trump. Next one we knew was going to be really good. They actually let them play 4 spades, and not surprisingly, 4 spades made at the other table. So we'll get our plus there. This is the misclick board. Knew it. We know we're getting a 0. And this last one, we might have thought we were getting punished. But look at this. The robot bails us out at the other table because they just go a spade, 2 diamonds, 3. They have the interesting. They bid 4 clubs. This guy just jumps to 6 diamonds. All right. Okay. Either way, we're both down 3, which means minus 300 gets you 50% in this field. And that means, once again, we are just kind of victorious against the robot. We squeaked by this week, even though one board we kind of knew we had a 50% locked up on board 9 if I just make the right play click-wise. So we'll take that. But the rest of it, honestly, board 3, we were destined to get a 0, right? And even though I went minus 250 on that board, the good thing is it's match points. It's only one board. And once we go minus anything, it's a 0. So minus 50 versus 250 made no difference. So all my efforts on that hand were not even relevant, basically, when I was just supposed to go minus. All right, guys, that is it for this week's weekly challenge. That is challenge 25 down. My God, 25 challenges against the robot. Plus, I think we were even miscounting. We probably have more total against these robots, but we're getting to know a bunch of their things, and we're figuring out more as we go. But match points is our wheelhouse. It looks like we can't be beat, or at least it has been a long time since we have. So I will see you guys next week. And don't forget, guys, if you didn't see it already, Slam Practice is loaded onto the site, and it is a super popular course. It has not only a full guide to slam bidding, it also has a live portion where you're just going to get a ton of practice with these bids and be better for it for when you get out in that real world and you get those big hands like we saw a few of during this session. You'll know how to bid them, not just with the robot, but with your real partners as well. So take a look at that. And I will either see you in classes at bridgelesson.com or right back here on YouTube for this weekly challenge. Take care, folks.